Well, I'm here with one of my favorite mentees, Monica Blaumuller, and we were just talking about New Year's resolutions, and I was sharing one with her, and then I said, "Hey, let's record this, see if it helps anyone." And uh, and so this is part of my "I'm Dying to Tell You" series, but I have a guest, a friend, who I think the world of. Uh, so my suggestion to you is one of the ways to free space in your mind to make a resolution or have a revolution is the power of forgiveness. And what I've discovered, I'm just speaking for myself, when I forgive people, I let go of anger. When I ask for forgiveness, I let go of shame. And when I can let go of shame, it enables me to forgive myself. Because one of the things that gets in the way of me forgiving myself is, when I'm feeling ashamed of things, to me, being ashamed is I'm not worthy. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that causes that is grudge holding, having done people wrong and not made an attempt to sort of make it right. And so I'm just sharing that with you because if I was you and I wanted a free space in my mind, that's what I would do. And then after you have space in your mind, I know a lot of people are worried about the mental health of their kids. Um, I just read in the newspaper that and I guess it's public, a private school that my children attended. They had 3 suicides, and one of the dads of one of the kids died by suicide. So it is rampant. And so if you're worried about your kids, after you free up space in your mind through the forgiveness route, uh, this might help. And I want to give you some practical tactics. So uh, if you get to have a conversation with your kids and you say, "Hey, what's going on?" But you have to say it with interest. You can't just be checking a box, what's going on, and they feel you're uninterested. And you want to listen for hyperbole, words like awful, terrible, amazing, whatever it is. But listen for those words. And then when they finish saying what they're saying, that opens them up a little bit, and you want to go deeper. And then you say more about the awful thing and get them to tell you more. And then and get them to tell you what was awful recently. Then while you have that connection, say, while we're on the subject, tell me about one of the most awful things that you've been through whenever, last month, last year, pandemic. Now they may push back because this is a little bit too intimate. It's not your usual, conversation. Well, why are you asking this? Because you're my kid. I don't want you to feel alone with all that stuff. So then when they describe that most awful thing, you don't rush in to reassure them. You just lean in and say, "Well, say more about that." Well, God, what was that like for you? Huh. What'd you do to get through it? Whoa. How did that work out? And you don't want to lay a guilt trip and say, "Why didn't you talk to me?" Because there's all kinds of dynamics between teens and their parents. So don't use the "why didn't you call me" guilt trip.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But what hopefully you'll notice is if you keep the conversation going, they're going to feel better. You're going to notice it become lighter. And that may cause them to cry with relief. So if they cry, you're not making it worse. you're giving them relief from just feeling so alone when things are awful.
It's opening up the boil so it can come out.
It's totally, and that's why I called the process surgical empathy when I used to work with people, teens and young adults who were suicidal. So, as many of you know, and my mentee knows, I'm doing this as part of a series because I'm facing some medical challenges, and I fluctuate. I'm optimistic that I might get through it, but in case I don't, I'm trying to share these things that I hope will help you. So, so have a happy and healthy New Year, and share comments. Try this out. Share it at your kids' schools. Because most people really want to connect emotionally with the people they love. They just don't know how to.
Yeah, schools have listservs. This would be a good place for that.
Yeah, I like that. So, so what do you think about this, Monica? You think, thank you for being my partner in this episode.
Well, these are really great ideas. Great ideas to practice and to start the new year with. Absolutely. Or end this year with.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's my pleasure. And I'm not through with you, Monica. Monica is one of the most talented people I know. I'm blessed to have mentees who are just so smart, it's painful. I mean, the stuff that they can solve, the stuff that Monica can solve. I mean, and so I hope she's been a good listener, even though I have the listening book behind me. But I hope you might even reach out to her, because I wouldn't steer you wrong about anyone. So thank you, my friend.
Wow. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, I'm at monica@blue-mill.com.
Yeah, please do. Please do. If you like smart people who can solve problems in ways you couldn't even imagine, that's part of one of the reasons I'm so dedicated to her, because the world needs her. And you know something, if you're watching this and listening to this, you need her. Okay. So happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Take care,
Thank
everyone.
you, Mark. Thank you.